Hello, sweets. In the realm of relationships, it becomes paramount to possess astute awareness of manipulative ploys that one's partner may employ. The primary objective of this video is to show 6 prevailing strategies employed by certain women to assert control over their significant others. By gaining a comprehensive understanding of these cunning maneuvers, one can fortify oneself against manipulation and cultivate relationships that are imbued with vitality and harmony. Now, have you ever wondered why some people seem to wield an uncanny power over others in relationships? Welcome to the world of manipulative tactics, a labyrinth of subtle tricks and ploys that can turn any relationship into a chess game. This isn't a battle of the sexes. Anyone, regardless of gender, can fall into the trap of using these tactics. They're subtle, they're sneaky, and they can be devastatingly effective. But here's the silver lining. Knowledge is power, and understanding these tactics is the first step towards protecting yourself and fostering healthier relationships. We're not here to point fingers or assign blame, but to enlighten and empower. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey through the shadowy world of manipulation. We'll be exploring 6 common tactics that often rear their heads in relationships. Brace yourselves, because knowledge, like light, has the power to dispel darkness. Today we delve into 6 manipulative tactics women use to control relationships. Again, brace yourselves, gentlemen. If this sounds like something you're interested in, stick around and watch till the end, because I will be giving you some bonus tips on how to save yourself from manipulation. First on the agenda, sexual manipulation. Now let's dive into this. Sexual manipulation is an age-old tactic where sex or sexual acts are used as a bargaining chip or a means to exert control over a partner. It's a subtle form of coercion, where one partner may withhold intimacy or use it as a reward for certain behaviors. For instance, imagine a scenario where a woman might use the allure of intimacy to get her partner to agree to something he might not otherwise. Or perhaps she might withhold intimacy to punish him for a perceived slight. It's a game of power wrapped in the guise of love and affection. Research suggests that this form of manipulation is damaging to relationships, creating an imbalance of power and fostering resentment. It's crucial to recognize these patterns and address them directly. Remember, healthy relationships are based on mutual respect and consent, not power plays. Awareness of this tactic is the first step towards countering it. Next up, emotional blackmail. This is a tactic that's as old as time itself, but remains just as potent today. It's a way to gain control by manipulating someone's feelings. This can involve guilt-tripping, instilling fear, or even threatening to withdraw love or affection. Now, imagine a situation where a woman tells her partner, "If you loved me, you'd do this for me." Sound familiar? That's emotional blackmail in action. It's a way to coerce someone into doing something they might not want to do by exploiting their emotions. Research shows that emotional blackmail can have serious psychological impacts. It can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. The person on the receiving end often feels trapped and powerless. But it's important to remember that emotional blackmail is not a sign of love or care. It's a manipulative tactic used to control and dominate. So, be aware and stand your ground. Remember, emotional blackmail is a potent tool of manipulation. Before we move over to the third point, gentlemen, please take a moment to click the subscribe button and the bell icon too. It's important to us, and please engage as well. It means a lot to us. Thanks. Now let's move on, shall we? Thirdly, we explore exploiting tears. Tears, those salty rivulets of emotion, can be a powerful tool in the manipulator's arsenal. They can convey a depth of feeling that words often fail to capture, making them an effective means of gaining sympathy or swaying opinions. But as with all things, they can be misused. Consider this. A study from the University of Florida found that people are more likely to concede to someone who is crying, even if they believe the tears are not genuine. Why? Because we're hardwired to respond to emotional distress. It's human nature. But when tears are used strategically, to exploit rather than express, they can become a tool of manipulation. It's important to distinguish between genuine tears of distress and those shed with ulterior motives. Remember, tears can be genuine, but they can also be a tool of manipulation. Let's dive into the world of dramatic statements. Dramatic statements are often grandiose, exaggerated expressions designed to evoke strong emotional responses. They can be subtly manipulative, as they can sway perceptions, influence decisions, and control situations. Imagine an argument where she proclaims, "You never listen to me." This is a classic example of a dramatic statement. The use of the absolute term "never" is an exaggeration meant to make the other person feel guilty and defensive. Research supports this, revealing that dramatic statements can distort reality and manipulate perceptions. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals who frequently use dramatic language are more likely to manipulate others' emotions to gain control in relationships. These are not simple, off-the-cuff remarks. They are calculated moves designed to tip the scales in favor of the person making them. So remember, the next time you're faced with a dramatic statement, take a moment to peel back the layers and see it for what it truly is. Dramatic statements can distort reality and manipulate perceptions. Next, we tackle excessive compliments. A compliment is like a warm ray of sunshine. It brightens your day, boosts your confidence, and makes you feel valued. But what happens when that sunshine becomes a glaring heatwave? Enter the world of excessive compliments. When used in abundance, compliments can become a tool of manipulation, subtly controlling your actions and decisions. Picture this, gentlemen. You are constantly praised for your cooking skills, so you begin to spend more time in the kitchen, shifting your focus from other important aspects of your life. Or you are incessantly applauded for your physical appearance, leading you to obsess over your looks, neglecting your intellectual and emotional growth. Research in psychology pinpoints this as a common tactic in manipulative relationships. The recipient, basking in the glow of adoration, becomes blind to the subtle control being exerted. Compliments are lovely, but when excessive, they are manipulative. Finally, we examine consistent joking with hurtful intentions. This form of manipulation can be quite insidious, as it's often wrapped in the guise of humor, yet beneath the laughs and chuckles, there's a sting that leaves a mark. Let's consider this scenario. A woman constantly makes fun of her partner's cooking skills, claiming it's all in good fun. But with each joke, the partner feels belittled and embarrassed. They start doubting their abilities, their confidence gradually eroding. Over time, this constant ribbing transforms into a form of control. Research supports this reality. According to a study from the University of Kansas, hurtful humor in intimate relationships can cause emotional distress and create power imbalances. So, what seems like harmless banter can actually be a manipulative tactic, stealthily undermining one's self-esteem. It's essential to identify these instances and address them appropriately. Jokes can be fun, but when they consistently hurt, it's manipulation. Bonus tip: saving yourself against manipulation. How to do that is to stand your ground. Recognizing signs of manipulation not only keeps you safe, but also affects how she sees you in such situations. Real respect and lasting love are built on openness, honesty, and confidence. Being cautious, self-aware, and smart is seen as strength by women, and it shows dedication to emotional stability. By refusing deceitful tactics from her, you demonstrate strength, earning respect, trust, and the title of a high-value man you are meant to be. Understanding manipulation methods doesn't mean being cynical. It's a way to engage in honest communication, address certain concerns, and build genuine connections that fulfill emotional needs. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. We've navigated through the murky waters of 6 manipulative tactics that a woman uses to control her relationships and its adverse effects. And remember, these behaviors are not a representative of all women. They are universal manipulative tactics that even men can indulge in. Awareness is the first step towards countering manipulation. Stay informed, stay safe, and stay soulfully synergized. Until next time, gentlemen, see you in our next one.